From the Cool TV studios in Lagos and from the worldwide resources of I Missed It News, here is Red Eye, a show that looks over the stories you may have overlooked. Is Red Eye.
Today on Red Eye, could it be due to intoxication or improper vision? With all the pillows, trust is still an issue. Tall, dark and handsome could be smelly, brown and sticky. Goodbye to the tooth fairy, say hello to the new drones. So sit back, make a move, not to touch that dial.
Here is Red Eye.
So for those of you who are expecting to see the Egyptian princess, you saw somebody else today. This is Red Eye, and my name, as always, is Bernard Akede. It's a lovely, lovely Saturday evening. And don't be dismayed, the crew is still here. All the panelists are here. We just decided to shuffle the cards a bit. Without further ado, I'll take you around everybody, and then this is how we always begin. To the far right, as always, the intelligent, ever smiling, Chukwudi Ezugbo.
Talking about cards, I am the ace.
Of all the cards, Chop Knuckle, from far away, Chop Knuckle. And of course, close to Chukwudi, we have, well, he has also shuffled his own cards a bit. So instead of me sitting down there, we have the traditionalist. And today, Chukwudi said his shirt is looking like Ghana must go.
I don't know why he's taking it personal with me, but guys, you're welcome to Red Eye.
But of course, Big Jeff, how you doing, Bob?
My brother, I'm good, though. How are you now?
I'm doing very well. And then, of course, the one you all have loved to see. We have a lot of people, you know, sending us messages on Facebook. We want that lady's number. Now, I have told her to give the number, but she has refused. So maybe you should send the message directly to her. It's the one and only Egyptian princess, Ginika Nad.
Welcome to Red Eye. I'm having a fabulous time sitting here and not there, but it's great. Now, before we move on from me, I need to reintroduce Bernard as the dynamite that still comes in a little package, because he left that out in his introduction. So, Bernard Akede, the dynamite that comes in a very little package.
Thank you, Ginika. One day I will explode for you.
I'm telling you.
That's all right. So, anyway, we have a bumper package in Red Eye today, like we always do, and we are sure going to kill it for you today. Remember, you can always contribute. Send us pictures, stories of whatever you think is weird and happening in your region. We seem not to have so many stories from, you know, within Africa and Nigeria, and we want more of things that happen here. So send us some pictures, send us stories, and who knows, you just might win something. Go to our Facebook page, and don't forget to use the hashtag Red Eye. So who's kicking it off? Chukwudi, as always.
Now, very interesting. Now, Nigerians are very, very religious, and one thing we pray for is for open doors.
Yeah.
But there are loads of doors that you can open or unlock, but never open the door of an aeroplane, especially when it's at mid-flight. Now, very interesting story that happened, thankfully not in Nigeria, but outside the shores of our great country, Nigeria. A young man, you know, everything was going right in the flight, traveling, you know, but he decided to open the door, thinking that it was the toilet door or the door to the bathroom. But, you know, the security operatives did not find it funny and decided that they were going to deal with him. I mean, how do you...
The first is first, yeah.
No.
There should
Look
be
at
a
the door.
sign
Look at the
that
door. Of course there is. Look at the door to the lavatory. Look at the door, the exit door. How can you mistake these two?
The next thing is, you know, when you're on the plane, sometimes they give the passengers alcohol. Now, if by chance the guy had overdosed on alcohol and he suddenly thought, oh my God, the exit was the convenience.
And because it's not just the normal handle.
You don't blame him.
No,
but then again,
it depends. You can actually drink.
He has to
the
be checked
exit and the bedroom
on.
are in two different
The guy has to be checked on.
Yes,
Because
so
he's not...
it's
Okay.
If we say it's a KLM flight, that, you know,
Yeah,
he doesn't
unfortunately, I had
understand.
to, like,
He doesn't understand the language.
No.
But it's also written in the English language because they try as much as they can to maximize the major languages. So I mean, you can't be too drunk.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's
So if he
also
wasn't
not
too drunk,
yeah.
maybe he left his glasses on his seat.
I wish Jeff was
You know,
there.
I wear.
And also not a regular door now, so I don't. That guy has to be checked on.
Yeah, maybe Jeff would have translated in Igbo.
No,
You
I
know,
don't
to know if he
Or maybe he doesn't understand both.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
let me take you to this very next one. You know, like we are still single. I think
No,
you
speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
Are you
Not that
married?
he's
Are you
single. He's
married?
not
No, the
single.
fact that you're not married doesn't mean you're
Yeah,
single.
single.
Okay, that means you're doing for me. Okay,
Okay, a
well,
temporary tie
no
down.
problem. No problem.
No.
Meaning from the back door.
No problem. Well, guys, this next video I have, I think when you're done watching it, you would want to get married and have your own baby.
Ginika.
Because we have babies
Why
and we have
emphasis
issues
on
and we have a what?
Pikin,
Pekin, you know. And this
So this one
particular
we're going to see,
baby
is it a Pekin or an issue?
it's
I think
something
Chukwu wants
else,
to have a baby
wisdom
with me.
to the core. Let's just have a look of this video and we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen watching Red Eye, just to let you know, our producer has said that child has a touch of her DNA in him.
That made me have
see why-
Okay,
you
if
see
he has
that-
a touch of identity, then
Guys,
obviously our producer has trust issues.
You can
Because
see why I
even
told-
with 3 pillows, the baby was still putting his feet
You can see why I
to be
told
sure
you
that
at the
yes,
end of
he
the
was
video,
safe to land.
you have a
I'm
change of
telling
heart.
you, you know what struck me the most? The child put all 3 pillows
Come
and
on.
still looked
And
back
still
to
looked
see
back.
if there was one more pillow to add.
Safety, that
So
should...
what was
No, he has
easy?
fallen
This is
down
what
before.
happens when a
Experience.
doctor marries a lawyer. So it's very, very important that you choose your hobby
Your spouse.
or your partner
Carefully.
very
I
carefully.
mean, for example,
Wisely.
if the father were to be an engineer, I'm very, very sure that the child will just decide, come on.
No, that guy,
Let's
that baby's
just
dad
swing.
would be an engineer. That's why safety first.
But
Safety
you know,
is the key word.
The father is really super. But you know the issue now is because it's a Oyibo child and they are in beds.
Yeah.
If it was the Nigerian child and they are on mat, they're not going to need to put.
I'm telling you.
They don't need to put any pillow there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take us away from that baby genius to some chick who, you know, when you're dating someone and you let go of the person, you have no reason to look back. But for some reason, this girl decides to write an open letter to her ex-boyfriend, Emeka. Now, in that letter, she goes on to tell us how she met this boy. It was like love at first sight. He said everything right. He did everything right. He smiled right. It was like she could connect with this guy. Now, on a trip from the east, when they were going back to Lagos, when buses stop by on the way for the passengers to take a leak and all of that. So this guy goes by the bush, not knowing that people could still see and that the glass was transparent. This guy goes and takes a dump there. He doesn't wipe with a tissue, no. He doesn't wipe with water, no. Instead, he wears his jeans back on. And right after he's done, he comes back to hug her and say, "Oh, baby, how are you?" And the girl is like, "Oh, my God. Oh, my God." This guy was hot. This guy was handsome. This guy was, like, well-built. So imagine all of that when you're like, "Oh, my God, mommy, I have found the one." And then you see something this dirty. When you see guys looking like here and here and you think that, okay, did this guy pack up really nice? But you don't know that there's something, you know, it's just
He has to
horrible.
be checked on.
Anyway,
Like
for
the
those
other
ladies
guy.
who are also always looking for tall, dark, and handsome, the lack of them, you know that it's not always in the packaging.
No, but
sometimes it's the content.
But it's not all about tall, dark, and handsome, right? Now, how am I supposed to know, with nothing personal, right? But how am I supposed to know that my guy right here is well packaged, and my guy, when last he used the toilet, he washed, he cleans,
a night
and
with
there's
the king.
nothing
A night
lurking
with the king
behind
will
those
give you a
dark
total
corners.
impression. Just a night with the king.
No, I don't want to take a look at those dark
A
corners.
night with the king. I rest my
I
case.
don't want to see the king. I want to see what lies
But
behind.
it's really very, very funny.
Hygiene.
Sometimes it's just hygiene.
It goes a long way.
That's the word.
It's like, there's another thing. It's like guys going to use the toilet and not, having to. It's a girl thing. Girls think
Ladies,
it's when
what about
guys
ladies?
go and they use. Girls, it's rare. We sit down. We don't stand while
Speak for
taking a
yourself
lick.
there.
Guys would go. You take a lick. You
There's
know that you're
something-
sharing the
there's something
bathroom
I
with a
heard.
lady,
There's
and
something
then
I
instead
heard.
of raising the seat cover, you just and
There's
then
something
what
I
are
heard
you for the
that
Christmas?
If you want to get intimate with a lady, and she wears matching,
Pantam.
matching
Up and down.
Bag and shoe. Bag and shoe.
that she prepared for it. I mean, the question is, some of these ladies, if we catch people unawares, what will we see?
Even
down
if
there?
it's not matching, it is still clean.
Anyway,
Even if it's not matching.
while we call the
cleanliness.
sanitary engineers to come and check who is clean
Investigate.
and who is not clean, and we call on Big Jeff to do what? What did he say we do?
A
again?
night with the
A
king.
night with the king.
Information.
While we wait on Big Jeff to shoot the movie A Night with the King,
Carry
I'll
on
take
your
you guys
umbrellas,
back to children with lovely DNAs and interesting parents. But in this particular story, this father has become very overzealous, and I'm surprised that the child was willing to, go with the flow with the dad. Now in Nigeria here, when your tooth is shaky, let me ask you guys, you want to lose a tooth, what do you do? Or you lose a tooth, what do you do?
You get 7 stones,
Uh-huh.
you take it off, add it, and throw it on the pan.
Pan,
So that
on the
what will
pan.
Oh, you bury your
the plain
teeth
pan, oh, the
under
old
your
pan.
What is it
pillow.
from the heart of Enugu?
Yes. He spoke like a traditionalist
fairy
now.
comes
Anyway,
against it, you put
exactly.
it under, and then
Even
when
the
you wake up
producer,
in the
even our lovely
morning-
producer knows, if you are from a tush home, that you wrap your tooth in
Yes.
cotton
Are you saying that
and
our
put it under your
producer-
pillow for the fairy princess, the tooth fairy, to come and
To
take
come
it
and
away.
get it.
You know.
And replace it with $1.
Exactly.
Or in this case with 100 naira. How much is $1 now?
About 2 something.
200. Anyway, in this case,
I'm going to take off all my
All my
teeth.
teeth, I'm telling
so that
you.
you have what? I mean, $200 times 32.
And then
You are an
after
Igbo man. Anyways, now this particular father decided, my daughter's tooth is going to come off. And what's the best way to help her take it off? He didn't say we'll pull it out. He didn't say we'll go to the dentist. Now that we have improvisation in technology, you know what he did? The guy tied the tooth to a drone and flew the drone and pulled it out. And the reaction on the girl's face and the man's face was ecstatic. Look at
That's
the pictures now on the
money
screen.
talking.
The dad ties, and then it's dental floss. The strings there are quite strong. Tied it to the girl's tooth
I must point out
and
something, right?
flew the drone
While
and
the-
made sure that the drone that's the drone there looking at her, and it didn't just pull out, it yanked out the girl's tooth right out of her mouth.
Let me point
And they were all like,
something.
even the girl was excited about it.
Are you serious?
Really?
I'm telling you.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
well, if she's
While
excited,
there
your
are
father
some
and
of
daughter.
us who used to throw
Your teeth
on the
on the
roof,
roof.
right? And some of us that bury it on the pillow, which we still think were tools. Now, this is high class. He gets a drone. Do you know how much a drone costs? And then he gets a drone to pull out the teeth. I don't mind if my husband does that to my kid.
To pull your own or to
Not
pull your
my
child's?
own, my kid, of course.
What do you want him to pull off?
If you can afford a drone,
That's
then
what
for
I'm saying.
Christ's sake,
Don't
you
forget
cannot
that
imagine what he uses the drone to do.
Oyibo flesh is weaker than Nigerian. No.
She
You
doesn't
will
know.
tie the drone, you go carry the picking
It's
fly.
everything, I'm telling you.
It will take the
No,
child
the baby
flying.
will even draw the drone down.
Maybe you just use a keke marwa. Carry it to it
Now you
and
just showed me
Anyway,
three
so
years to
far
the
so
roof.
good. So far so good. The show has been very, very exciting today. Even I have been cracking my ribs out. Don't forget, it is still Red Eye. You can always reach us via social media. Our Twitter handles are on your screen. And then particularly on Facebook. Facebook.com/Red Eye. And do not, I repeat, do not forget to use the hashtag Red Eye. Once in a while, you go to our Facebook page and you see clips and maybe short videos of the things that we do here. And remember, you can always send us your own clips and pictures. We'll be back after these few messages. Don't go away.
Here is Red Eye.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.